Groovy people, what is up? I wanted to share some thoughts today. Today is April 4th. As I'm recording this, who knows when you see it, if you'll ever see it. I don't really understand this algorithm at all. But anyway, today's Barry Oakley's birthday. Raymond Barry Oakley Jr.'s birthday. Allman Brothers' original bass player. And I just want to stop for a second and acknowledge this immense contribution that he had to their sound. And thinking about this sort of murderer's row of bassists that they've had ever since, all of them sort of following this trend in their own ways of lead bass is what I called it and play all night. Like the idea that Barry was grounding the band rhythmically with the drums, tying the drums and the guitars and organ all together, etc. And then, but also like propelling it forward from a melodic sense. It's really pretty incredible. And once when I heard the Allman Brothers the first time, I think I hear this a shit ton. When people reach out to talk to me about these things, and anytime I give love to Barry or to the bass players, it elicits a lot of great love and great conversation from others. And it's the idea of people saying, like, I just didn't know you could do that with a bass in that way until I heard Barry do it. And then you realize, and I wrote this in Play All Night, you realize that Barry was very influenced by particularly Phil Lesh of the Grateful Dead and Jack Cassidy of Jefferson Airplane. And the Allman Brothers, unique sound, the way that they approached the same influences that the Grateful Dead did, Jefferson Airplane, and those things, filtered through that. Much started out as a lead guitarist in his hometown of Chicago, was given a chance to tour as a bass player with the Romans, Tommy Rowe's backing band. That's what brought him south, and then he stayed in the South, and eventually his parents migrated to the Southwest Florida area as well, and that's where he runs into Dickie Betts. And that's the second kind of core partnership of the Allman Brothers band before the Allman Brothers band, Dickie and Barry Oakley together in what eventually becomes a band called The Second Coming. The first one, of course, being Duane and Greg as the brothers, and had been performing together a lot. Barry approached the bass very uniquely, to such an extent that when he showed up in Muscle Shoals to play with Duane and J-Mo has said the closest thing he can remember to what they played is Mahavishnu Orchestra. So I did end up editing this, and I think the true story was the best he could describe it would be it blew his mind like the first time he heard Mahavishnu Orchestra. Anyway, it seems like a bold quote, but I just want to continue to give some love for what Johnny John. Not shitting you on that. Mahavishnu Orchestra is what J-Mo said about the music he, Duane, and Barry made in Muscle Shoals. I'm not saying that's any hyperbole or anything like that. Again, a lot of people love to pick apart those quotes. Oh, no, how could they possibly, et cetera, et cetera. It's all about feel. It's all about how you feel. Music's all opinion. There are some facts, for sure. Mahavishnu Orchestra is outstanding, fantastic, beyond the stratosphere. As is whatever J-Mo produces with Duane Allman, Barry Oakley, and the Allman Brothers Band when it comes through. Barry didn't get many bass solos at all with the Allman Brothers Band, and no bassist actually did. Usually they would get one a show over the years, and that's because, from my take, he's soloing all night. It's pretty amazing to me to listen to Barry play. I particularly love to listen to his live stuff, just for the same reason everybody likes to listen to the live Allman Brothers. You just hear so much push-pull and calls and responses and such like that, and the way that Barry, would drive the band in answering what the soloists were doing, typically the guitar soloists were doing, was just remarkable. And probably my favorite is Mountain Jam because it is, as I also, as I write and remark all the time, the only real 100% improvisational piece that they had. Like all bets were off. They had a very, very little beginning, and then everything just went as it went. And there's some parts in Barry and Dickie's solo at the first part of Mountain Jam before the drums. And again, if you know, you know, where Barry is just him and Dickie are just kind of parrying and thrusting, and Dickie will say something and Barry will answer, and Barry will prod Dickie along, and you know, you've got Duane adding some chords and Greg just, you know, that gravy all over that meat with the drum. It's just the most beautiful music to me, and it's really driven, not just Dickie's super melodic playing where he's you know, writing and composing as we're sitting here, as we're listening, as the listeners are listening. But no, it's also Barry Oakley who's writing that composition with him, and you know, it's phenomenal stuff. So I'm rambling. I'm gonna tack on some videos in case anybody cares. A little 15-second, little bit of vitamin ABB for you, focusing on the bass players in the Allman Brothers Band. Happy birthday, Barry Oakley, April 4th, along with the Allman Brothers Band.